Hey, Porch Chronicles, how y'all doing out there? So look, I was having a conversation with two of my girlfriends earlier this week, and both of them said they wanted to be in relationships because they was lonely. And it made me think, and I've been thinking about it for days and days. And last night when I was sitting with my boyfriend, I was talking to him, and I asked him a question. I said, what do you think is the reason why we feel lonely? And he was like, I don't know. I never thought about it like that. And then I was like, you know what? I thought about it because it was like for 2 days I've been thinking about it. Because one girlfriend said it yesterday and the other girlfriend said it a few days ago. And I was like, you know what? And I told him this, and I said, I don't take it wrong when I say this. I said, I don't feel lonely. I said, I don't think I'll ever be lonely again. Now, I have been lonely, but I was lonely and in relationships. I was in a very good marriage before my husband passed away, but I was not healthy. And the last 5 or 6 years, I had depression real bad, but I didn't know it was depression yet because it was new to me. But I didn't want to clean. I didn't want to never do my hair. It had got to a point where my husband would say, if you don't do something to your hair this week, I'm going to call and tell your mother, because he knew how my mother had raised me. Certain ways you do and don't come out the house. And I was raised that way, and I'm thankful for that because it taught me how to be a lady when I go outside. Okay, so and I was lonely in that relationship, but it wasn't because of him. It was because of the things that were going on inside of me that I didn't understand. And I told my boyfriend this last night. I said, you know what? I said, and don't take this wrong when I say this it's because it's not towards you. I said, I don't think I'll ever be lonely again, whether I'm in a relationship or not, because I've learned a lot about me. And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to be mean. This is my journey I'm talking about. Art is therapy for me. That's why I touch it every day. It doesn't matter if I'm a paint. It doesn't matter if I do diamond art. Now, the crocheting got me hooked, because now I'm actually making stuff. And I asked my sidekick, I said, what do you like about crocheting so much? She was like, because you get to make something from it. And I was like, you know what you do. Now, the painting and stuff is all of that. But once you're done with it, you put it to the side. You don't touch it no more. But you can make a dress. You can make anything you want to put on your body with crocheting. And it is a lot different. So making the washcloths is like that, because not only are you get to take your bath with it. But this is the thing. And I told him last night, I said, I love you and you cool and everything, but I won't be lonely again if I'm not in a relationship. I've never not been able to say that until now. Because for the 8 months, me and him separated for a while because we was toxic and we both was doing some dumb shit. So when we separated for like 9 months, I really did a lot of work on myself. And I cried a lot and I prayed a lot and I fixed a lot of things in my life that I was doing wrong or that were my triggers. And to now, I'm good with and I'm good without someone in my life. You don't have to be lonely. And when my girlfriends talked about that the other day, all I could think was the only reason we feel lonely is because we not whole within ourselves. Now, this journey will be forever. I'm never going to be all the way 100% this, that, and the third. It don't work like that. I'm going to always have to work on me. I'm going to always have to do my best to be better. I love you, Porch Chronicles.